The NBA season may be over, but that does not mean basketball is what is going on. Y'all, Five Sports Hall back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA. Here to talk a little summer league. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Hit the button down below to turn on my post notification. That little bell button, you're going to want to do it because I post daily videos. Also follow me on my social media links down below for my Twitter and my Instagram and on the screen as well. Here to talk a little summer league, and I usually don't do this, but this is the part where I wanted to tell you guys. One of you guys reached out to me. I believe it was on Instagram, or it could have been Twitter. I can't remember right now, but they basically said, "Yo, Fives are going to talk a little Bull Summer League. We want to hear your thoughts on it." And I said, "Sure, why not?" I didn't think you guys were interested, but this is why I tell you guys. You guys drive the show. I basically answer to your guys' questions and comments and topics that you guys want to do. Every topic I try to do, hopefully it's something you guys like, and that's usually what I try to do. Now, of course, there's topics that I want to do, but for the most part, if you guys ask, I try to deliver as best possible. This is why I tell you, follow me on my social media so you guys can interact with me. Of course, leave the comments down below like you always do. So let's talk a little summer league, since that's what you guys want to talk about now, with the Bulls summer league starting today. Okay, so this is obviously the perfect opportunity to start talking about summer league heading into this upcoming season. Before training camp, we talked a lot with NBA free agency. I give you guys all my thoughts on the players that the Bulls sign, and the roster is pretty much set at this point. We know what it's going to be looking like going into this upcoming season, bearing any unforeseen changes. Okay, so Summer League, what to look for. Let's talk about it. I'm going to give you guys, of course, what my main takeaways are going to be from watching Summer League, what I'm looking for, what I'm not looking for, and everything else in between. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get started. So in case you guys don't know or didn't know, Summer League is essentially a showcase to find those undrafted gems, really, and players that obviously went undrafted. You sign to your Summer League, whatever team it may be, and essentially give them a showcase platform to be able to, highlight their skills. And this is how certain guys like Jeremy Lin really came up from the Summer League. I believe he was signed to the Warriors Summer League. There are players out there that have literally made an NBA career just out of good Summer League play, great Summer League play, and then signed to a roster. So Summer League is very much a great opportunity for those undrafted guys to really, make a statement and make an impression on an NBA team, on an NBA organization, to be able to sign them. So with that being said, who is on the Bulls Summer League roster? Well, let's take a look at it on your screen right now. You guys should see the NBA Summer League team for the Chicago Bulls. And of course, there's the, suspects that we expected to be there. Kobe White, Daniel Gafford are 2 draft picks this year. A draft pick from last year, Chandler Hutchinson. The biggest thing, though, is no Wendell Carter Jr. He was expected to play in Summer League, but he has suffered a core muscle injury. From everything I've read, it's not supposed to be that serious, and he's expected to be ready by training camp. Now, we all know Wendell Carter Jr. only played 44 games last year, so I don't want to, attach the injury-prone tag to him, but it looks like he's heading in that direction. Hopefully, cross my fingers, everything should be fine. But like I mentioned, no Wendell Carter Jr., and I'm okay with that, okay? I don't believe he needs Summer League as much as these other guys do. So, and of course, his health is the number one thing. So to me, as long as he's ready for the season, I don't care. It's fine, all right? So no Wendell Carter Jr., which I'm a little bummed about, but it's okay. So I mentioned Kobe White, Daniel Gafford, Chandler Hutchinson, of course, is there. I got some of the guys last year on the roster when we were tanking who got a lot of playing time. Shaquille Harrison, Walt Lemon Jr., guys like that. And then there are, of course, other players that you guys might not know, I might not know. These are guys that are obviously coming up from being undrafted from different colleges. And really, there's going to be a lot of players on this Bull Summer League roster that you will never hear of and you will never have to worry about because they will never touch an NBA roster. So there's obviously guys like that, but there are guys that will have that opportunity. So to me, what are my biggest storylines going into Summer League? What am I looking for? Okay, let's just start with the obvious here. So I'm going to bring you guys to my board like I always do. I highlighted no Wendell Carter Jr., which of course I'm bummed about, but we know that his health is more important. So that's the biggest takeaway we know from Summer League is we won't see Wendell Carter Jr. But this means more playing time and more of a showcase for Daniel Gafford and, of course, Kobe White, who we are going to look for. Now, here's the thing with Summer League. I'm not saying this is going to determine, obviously, if, Kobe White and Daniel Gafford are good or bad picks, because guys have struggled in Summer League before and turned out to be good. What I'm just looking for is, do they kind of match up to what we were hyping them up to be? We all know Zion and RJ Barrett are playing as well. I believe they're playing each other today, and everyone's going to want to see Zion's hype as well. So the same thing for me with Kobe White and Daniel Gafford. Do they just look the part? Do they look like they are where everything they build up to be? I'm just trying to see and study their games. So that's a big thing. Chandler Hutchinson, I believe this is a huge opportunity for him because he's expected to be a big part of our wing rotation, okay? And I need Chandler Hutchinson to show up and show out. If he struggles in Summer League, I'm not saying this is the end-all be-all, but I need to see some sort of improvement for him to make sure that it's validated that he deserves those wing minutes, because behind Otto Porter Jr., we don't have a lot of depth, and Chandler Hutchinson is going to have a big role. Next up, Adam Mokoka, okay? I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, the guard from France. Now, this is where I told you a lot of people you might not know in the Summer League, okay? And he's a guy who went undrafted in 2018. He's from France. He's a guard. He's about 6'5", and so he's going to get an opportunity to showcase his skills. And I could see him, he's a very talented guard, as somebody that could maybe challenge an end of the bench type of roster maybe. If we suffer some injuries, I don't expect him to make the Bulls roster opening day. But my last point here is two-way contracts for players in case the Bulls players get injured. And that's really the big thing here is outside of our draft picks, a lot of these guys are going to be fighting for two-way contracts throughout the season. And Adam Okaka is one of those guys that I believe will be, perhaps signed to a two-way contract somewhere down the line. So I could certainly see that happening for him. And that's really the biggest takeaway here with Summer League is that is what these guys are going to be looking at. I'm just looking at the rest of this roster here. So Marquise Towns from Loyola, he's another guard there. Clayton Cluster, who, of course, was part of the Loyola team that made it really far in the tournament. It was a year or two ago. He actually got a workout, but he's not on the Summer League roster. I checked, so he's not there. And again, a bunch of these other guys, they will never touch the Bulls' final roster, okay? But there's opportunity there for a two-way contract. So to me, biggest takeaway, just look out for Kobe White and Daniel Gafford. That's obvious, but look for Chandler Hutchinson and look for any guys that pop off that you could see as, potentially signing two-way contracts with the Bulls, 10-day contracts with the Bulls to be able to, provide some depth. If any of our guys go down, if Chris Dunn gets traded, we don't know. Anything could happen. We suffered a lot of injuries last year. Wendell Carter Jr. was hurt. Laurie was hurt. Zach LaVine was hurt for a little bit. And Otto Porter Jr. has been a little injury prone. So we could certainly suffer some injuries, and a lot of these guys could potentially sign some sort of two-way contracts. So look out for that. But most of all, I'm just excited to see Kobe White play. That's the main thing for me. I want to see how Kobe looks. I have a lot of hope in him. I have a lot of expectations of Kobe White, and I hope he shows up and shows out. So let's see. I'm, looking forward to it. Depending on how it goes, I may post my thoughts on it. But again, let me know what you guys think. Any other topics you guys want me to do, leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to go ahead and do them. But again, follow me on my social media, man. That's where I like to interact with you guys. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe as always. Thanks for watching.